Hello and welcome to the second video in my series AngularJS component-based design. In this video we will walk you through the basics of adding components to your AngularJS application. The code that we start with in this video was created in the first video in the series, so if you are confused about anything that we're doing, you should probably go back and watch that first video. And if you'd like to follow along with what we're doing in this video, you can download a copy of the code at the link provided below. So let's jump back to our project, and at the root of our directory, let's create a new directory called components. And then inside of the component directory, let's add a new file named home-component.js. And then let's switch back over to our code editor and open up the newly created file. And I'm going to paste in some code here. So let's look at what this is doing. At its core, a component is simply a controller and a template for that controller. So the code that I've pasted in here, the function that I've created, will compose our controller. And inside of this function, we have declared a model which will represent the view model for our template. And our view model has a property named message, and the value of message will be hello from the home component. Down below this function, you can see where we've declared our constant home_component. This is a JavaScript object that wraps up the properties of our component. The first one being controller, where we reference our home controller function, and also a template property. And here you can see we have binded to the message property on the model inside the home controller. The $CTRL is a way to access the model from the view of the component. And the last line, we are exporting our home component to be used in our application. Next, let's open up the index.js file, and we're going to add a reference to our newly created home component, and then we're going to register that home component with our Angular component demo module. One thing to notice about the name of the component is the camel casing. Camel casing tells Angular to look for a tag named home-component in the template. If it sees this tag in the template, it will substitute this component instead. Knowing that, let's switch to our index.html file and add the component to our HTML. Notice the home-component tag. Next, let's switch back to our terminal and build our project. And after our project is done building, let's run it. And as you can see, the value of the message property on our component is being displayed.